What's up, money growers? Jacob back here with another video helping you guys out today. We're talking about Navy Federal Credit Union and giving you guys some tips and advice to help with the credit card approval process. So if you're concerned about the application process and your chances of getting approved when you apply for a credit card with Navy Federal, I got some advice and some stuff I'll share with you here today that really could be beneficial, especially if you're not even a member yet of Navy Federal and you're looking to sign up and become a member. Now, Navy Federal Credit Union, the one that everybody loves, right? Because they're the biggest credit union. People love them more than lots of banks and things like that. And because they do have some pretty awesome products. So they serve the Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, Space Force veterans, and you can also be a civilian and still get in as well. Now, let's go ahead and jump into this video. We're going to go through some credit card approval tips to help you out. Please hit the thumbs up button, like the little icon I got down there in the bottom. He's giving 2 thumbs up. I know YouTube only lets you give 1, so hey, I will take 1 thumbs up and I will appreciate it. But as we jump into this, let's go to the first thing, okay? So the first thing with Navy Federal is you want to do what you can to build a relationship before applying for a card. Now, I was a member with them for about 1.5 years before I applied for my first credit card, and I signed up with them when I was in basic training, okay? If you're going to the military, active duty, reserve, guard, whatever it is, you're probably going to wind up signing up with Navy Federal in basic training. Just it seems like pretty much every branch does that. So you're going to sign up with them, and you're going to have your checking account. You're going to have your savings account. If you're not military, you still, when you sign up and you're able to join and become a member of the credit union, you're going to set up a checking account, set up a savings account, and that's your foundation for benefits you're going to get down the road with Navy Federal. So set those up. Put money in there and just show that you are being responsible with your money, okay? You see down there at the bottom, I have it in red. It says, don't overdraw your account, all right? You don't want to do that with them, especially early on. You do not want them to see that you're having money issues, financial issues, and you do not want them to think that you are irresponsible and you cannot handle money. Because think about it. If you were them and you saw someone who had only had a checking and savings account with you and you saw they're already having to overdraw and having financial trouble, and then they come to you and say, hey, I'd like a credit card. I mean, what would you say to that person? You would probably tell that person, no, you're not going to get a credit card until you can show that you can actually just manage a checking and savings account. So set up these accounts, be responsible with them, make sure you keep money in there, use them so they see you're actually active, you're an active member, and you're taking advantages of having an account with them. Now, one thing I do want to ask you guys is by the end of this, tell me if I forget anything. I know a lot of you are Navy Federal members, or if you've heard other advice or tips somewhere else, please share it down in the comments because I really do appreciate when you guys are down there helping each other out and seeing people go back and forth in the comment section answering each other's questions. So the second point we'll get into here as far as tips. Now, if you want, you can do some stuff when it comes to, say you apply for a loan, car loan, personal loan. Most people are probably not going to be getting a mortgage, especially if they're new with Navy Federal. But loans in general, and particularly the pledge loan, okay? Because the pledge loan is your own money. There's plenty of research or plenty of videos here on YouTube you can find or just research online about the pledge loan because you're basically loaning money to yourself. And I've talked about this before in other videos. The common thing that people are doing is they'll take out a loan for say it's 6 months or something like that, a pledge loan of $250. They'll put the $250 in there because it's your own money. Remember, it's secured because it's secured by your money. So, and they'll, pay off $225 like right away. And then they'll just set up auto payment for the rest of the time for the next, 5-6 months till the loan is completely paid off. They pay close to nothing in interest because there's hardly any money in there after they pay off that huge amount in the beginning. So it's just a way to get to show more on your credit report. If you have a thin credit profile, it's another way that you can show you're being responsible with money because it's your own cash you're lending to yourself. Now, on-time payments are huge to Navy Federal, okay? Just like you don't want to overdraw any of your accounts and show you're being irresponsible with money, you want to make sure you're making your payments on time. That is a big deal to them. Again, just because it shows you're being responsible. And if you show them you're responsible with a small amount of money, then hey, they're probably going to be more likely to think that you can be responsible with a larger amount of money. And if you have concerns that you can set up auto pay. You can set up auto pay. That way it just comes out. It just gets paid every single month automatically. You don't have to think about it. You can set it and forget it if you have any concerns with that. Third thing we're going to talk about here is using the Prequalification Tool on their website. So they do have a Prequalification Tool. If you just type Navy Federal Credit Union, pre-qualification tool, or Navy Federal, credit card pre-qual, anything like that, the website's bound to come up. And you're going to go on their website. You do have to be a member already. So if you're already a member and you're thinking about applying for your first credit card and you're a little hesitant that you may not get approved for it for whatever reason, you do have to be a member. You're going to log in. You're going to go through the pre-qualification process. You're going to have to confirm your date of birth. You're going to have to confirm your address, basic stuff like that. They do ask if you're an active duty service member. So if you're, civilian, you're just going to say, hey, that you're not. But if you are active duty, you're going to tell them that you are. And then the next part is they're going to ask for your total annual income. Now, this is stated. All right, they don't ask for documentation. They don't ask for any kind of proof. You don't have to send in any physical documents, a picture of any tax returns, anything like that. They're just asking for your income. So you're going to state it when you fill out the pre-qualification, when you go through that process of doing the pre-qualification tool. They are going to ask for your monthly housing expense, so whatever that is for you. And they're going to ask if you rent or if you have a mortgage. So are you renting, or are you, you have a mortgage because you bought a property, you own it, and that's your monthly housing expense. And then the last part, when it comes to that pre-qualification tool on the website, you're going to click that little box next to this sentence that I took this right off the website that says, I authorize Navy Federal to obtain a consumer credit report to determine if I'm eligible for a credit card offer. I understand that this pre-qualification form is not a credit card application and will not impact my credit score. So that last part is the most important there, that last sentence where they say that this is not the actual application. So it's not an actual application for a card, and therefore it's not going to affect your credit score because it's going to be a soft inquiry. It's not a hard inquiry. It's not a hard pull. So this is a way for you, again, if you're uncertain, you can check, see what you'll pre-qualify for, whether all you pre-qualify for is just the secured card, or whether you pre-qualify for a couple other unsecured cards, or maybe you pre-qualify for all 6 of the credit cards that they have. But either way, it's just going to be a soft inquiry, so it's really not going to hurt your credit score at all. Now, back to that favor. Did I forget anything, any tips, any advice that you guys would think for, helping someone get approved for a credit card with Navy Federal? Like I said, I do appreciate you guys helping each other out in the comment section. I like seeing, the advice going back and forth. I like seeing people saying, hey, I tried this worked for me, or hey, I tried this didn't work, or whatever the case is, because there's always information flying around. And, policies can change, procedures can change at credit unions and banks and financial institutions at any time. So it's great when you guys are down there sharing and telling each other, hey, I tried this and this worked great for me, because it helps a lot of other people who never were taught any financial, they were just never taught anything about finance growing up. So it helps a lot of people, get out of the dark and be able to start learning about finance, learning about money, and being able to use that to improve their lives and, live a life that they really want. So with that, please subscribe to the channel if you felt this video was helpful, if you felt it gave you some solid info to help you get approved for a credit card with Navy Federal. Anything I missed, tell me down in the comment section below, but I'm happy to have you watch this video. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for being so awesome, and I'll see you again soon.